G'day everyone. I'm back on the road at last. We've had three big rain events this year so far, and most of the countryside is just a bog hole. It's pretty tough going, and it slowed the trapping right down because just people said wait till it dries out. So we're finally back on the road. We're heading down for to start a probably 7-8 day trapping run here now. First one of the season, so I'm really looking forward to it. I've got about probably 50 odd traps in the back with me now. The buggy, 3 dogs, brought Skunk and Dash and the little Brandon, and we'll go down here and do battle with these dogs that have been chewing up a few calves down here on this bloke's place. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that have supported us on our Clark McGhee's Wild Country channel. Terrific, thank you very much. I didn't expect, when I started out, I really didn't expect to be getting so much interest in the dog trapping. Some people might think I went out to start a channel about dog trapping. That's just no way. I did not expect to do that at all. But the interest has been shown. We just kept cutting a few more clips and a few more clips. And here we are now, nearly 60 trapping clips under our belt. And we're very thankful, very humbled actually by the support that we've been shown. The road's been washed out a little bit here. We've had a lot of water come through this system. Yeah, I think it's one of the last roads that gets touched up around here. Yeah, that's had a bit of water through that one. It might be a while before the council gets in here to fix that up properly, so if we don't get any more rain, it'll be okay. But another big downpour and we'll be slowed down a little bit. I'd like to just stress to people that I don't believe I'm any better trapper than the next guy, and there's a lot better than what I am. I just wanted to just put across some of the stuff that I do. If it helps people, well and good. If it doesn't, you can't get anything from it, that's okay. Switch off, watch something else. I want to make a bit of a difference. I'm very concerned that the way I'm seeing this whole world going is not a way that's sustainable. That like 2 and 2 makes 4. People are trying to tell me it means 5. It doesn't. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So if you see something that you know gives you a certain result and people are doing it again, you can usually say, look, this is what you're going to expect. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like many people are listening, and I think we've got rough times ahead. I really do. Unfortunate, because there's so many great people that we meet every day in this world, and there's so many great youngsters coming up, and I'd just like to try and leave this world just a little bit better than it was when I came into it. So that's the only reason I'm doing what I do with these clips. If you don't like what I'm doing, just switch off. I don't care. So we've run our traps through a boil, a clean water boil. Normally I'd put some trap dye and then wax them, but unfortunately I haven't been anywhere near a town for many weeks now, so I've run right out. So all I could do was give them a double boil them, let them dry out, and give them another boil, and I'll put them in the grass down here and just let them sort of take a bit of the scent out, any remaining scent with the ground themselves, just earth the traps. And then I think we've got enough of of the scents that I like to use. We've got some food-based lures. We've got some really stinky, pongy, long-distance homemade lures. And I've got the dogs to mark for me. We won't use any really complex. We won't use any real fancy. I think that's a problem with a lot of the trapping and the trappers that you do see. It's in the best interest of some people to make this out to be, some type of witchcraft, some type of hocus pocus. And it's not. Trapping is just common sense, repetition, a little bit of attention to detail, and the ability to use your head just to observe and to take in what's happening around you. If that's witchcraft, well, yeah, I'm a wizard. Don't think so. It's just common sense. We just arrived to the property and put the vehicle here to set up camp, and there's a mob of hinds down here, so I took the opportunity. Red hinds here, we see them as a valuable asset to hunt in this area, but they're also really good when you're dog trapping. I use them, the skin as a drag. We'll pull the best meat off and put in the freezer for ourselves, and I will use some of the gut in a couple of places, and bones and rib cage and that sort of stuff to use as some of the lures to try and get some of these wild dogs in. So it was a good start to the afternoon. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Righto, we'll make a fire now. We'll get a little bit of a fire going. Camp set up, it's pretty basic. I've got the gas cooker over here and supplies, a generator for backup power, and we've got a solar blanket that'll go up on the bonnet of the cruiser. The buggy's over here with all the first 2 days traps probably will be in the back for a start, and the dogs are all keen, aren't you? Dash, eh? Dash. And this is the accommodation. There's nothing real flash about the way I travel here. I remember when Judy and I had been going out for a while, and with a bit of cheek I said, would you like to spend a couple of nights in the Hilton? And she said, oh, the Hilton, yes. I've had this Ultima swag tent for a few years now, probably 10 or 12 years, and this one is called the Hilton. When she saw it, she said no, but she's still here. It's a terrible thing sometimes I've seen throughout the years when a pack of wild dogs or dingoes, let's say, from what I've seen, 1 in 3 has got enough domestic dog bloodline in it through the southeast sort of side of Queensland and New South Wales. Let's say 1 in 3 dogs, 1 in 3 wild dogs has got enough domestic dog in it to be able to say you can see something. 1 in 3, 30%, 33%, let's say. And what we've seen is they hate normal domestic dogs. Okay, so there's a lot of truth in the fact when people say you put a domestic dog out there, it doesn't last long in the bush. Some do. Some seem to be brought in there. Some seem to last. And I think when there's strength in numbers, if they've got a few together, they can get a foothold, and then they can be sort of accepted in with some of the true dingoes that are kicking around. But when you see sometimes like a dog like Brandon get out there in the bush by himself and a pack of dingoes or wild dogs comes upon it, it's not pretty. It is not pretty. I went out mustering one day with Dennis Franks. We're up towards Rocky, and they'd lost one of their young bitches had gone missing, and wondered where it was. Anyway, we were just heading out from the yards, and we'd gone out probably a couple of k's from the homestead, and we're going along, and I said, "Hey, Dennis, and over here on the side of the track, here is the collar off their dog, off this little bitch that's gone missing." And when we looked around, there was a bit of a front leg and a few bits of skin, and you could see where it had been pulled to pieces and eaten. We could only find a couple of little pieces of that dog, but the collar was still there. And that's what happened to it. It had been run down. The tracks were there to be seen. There was plenty of other tracks there. And they literally, she'd gone out there, maybe lured out there and friendly to her, got away from the homestead, and then they've pulled her to bits and eaten her. The stories like that, there's just thousands of them. I'm sure there'd be people that would be watching this clip would be saying, yep, we knew that happened. A simple life is a good life if you've got your mind straight. If you're in a good place within yourself, you can be out here on a night like tonight and you just feel blessed. A billion stars out there. It's lovely temperature. We're probably about, I suppose, 22 degrees and Celsius. So it's pleasant. You know, you've just got a vest on, but it's not cold. Fire going, dogs here with me. You know, we've just shot a deer. We're going trapping wild dogs tomorrow. And it would be better if the family was here with us. You know, if Judy was here, if the grandkids were running around having a bit of fun. But sometimes you can't have those things. So you've just got to be happy with what you've got. Count your blessings.